Okay, this video is to explain what you don't know your Sony a5100 NEX mount camera can do. First off, you take and you modify your lens. This is a Tamron 4 to 12 millimeter 1.2 video lens. I shaved it down, and you can see it's been shaved down on the corners. Alright, so it sits deeper in the C-mount. You get a C-mount to NEX adapter. So you take the modified lens, you screw it in the NEX adapter. Now what the 5100 can do that other NEX cameras cannot do is it can crop your sensor frame. So when you put this lens on your camera and turn it on, now there you have your vignetting. Alright, but when you push this little button right here for your zoom, boom, it brings it full frame. Now you haven't lost any light because there's no other glass in between the sensor and the lens itself. And this is a very sharp lens. This is an infrared lens, so you see the focus. Now let me show you the close focus that this can do. Now when you run close focus, oh, I got it right down up against the side of this bottle of tea. That's right up, the lens is actually touching the front of the tea. Then when I move it back, now, and the bokeh or bokeh or whatever you want to call it,
the background blur,
yes, it just drops out. Now I'm going to take a still picture. And there's your still picture. Alright, now my settings on this still picture are, there's a low light in the kitchen. I got ISO 1000, 1/50th of a second. So I can turn my shutter speed down to 1/25th of a second. And I can turn my ISO down to 400. I can even go like this. I'm down to 320 on my ISO. I'm about 8 inches away from the subject. Now get that camera over here. Now I'm going to take a picture. Now on this, what happens is touch screen for magnification. Now this is the AX5100 camera I'm working with, body. Now you see the rails on the top of that. Now I'm going to snap a picture. And there's your picture. The lens, as far as close-up macro photography, is an excellent lens. And this lens can be bought for anywhere from $80 on up to $120, $130. After you all realize what you can do with this lens, the price is going to definitely go up. A lot of places already sold out because people are using this on the Micro Four Thirds cameras with a C-mount adapter.
Tell me what the aperture and the focal length are again.
The aperture on this is 1.2. So that's faster.
F1.2.
Yeah, that lets in 30% more light than a 1.4 lens.
So compare it to, say, I mean, there really is no other stock lens that not even luxury lenses that you can purchase at that same aperture and focal length.
Yeah, see,
for less than.
Okay, you're talking big bucks. Plain and simple, you're talking $300-400 up to $1,000 bucks. And even though this is plastic and polycarbonate rather than steel and glass, the clarity, the sharpness on this is just outstanding. Let me see if I can. And you got to remember that this is just a natural kitchen light, and it's kind of low light.
My iPhone 5, the video and the low light is not doing justice for.
All right, but see, now that's the surface of an orange. Now I put the lens.
Basically,
now watch.
Focusing.
Yeah, see, I'm pushing that orange with the lens. That's how close focus I am. Your focus is very shallow because you're wide open.
Right, the background just drops out beautifully.
Yeah, exactly. So I pull it back, and then I'll get my focus. Now, what's nice about this camera is you can touch right there. That's the 5100 Sony. Now look at the pores in the orange. All right. Now that's what my real picture is going to look like. And now I just snap it. Now now there's your results.
My iPhone 5 is not doing justice.
I know you need another one of these doing your video.
You're right.
Now, this This camera also does your XAVC codec. So that's 60p at 50 megabits per second, I guess, what you want to call it. But it's a real high consumption. I got a Transcend 64 gigabyte card in here. It's read write. What I found out is the Transcend card.
As far as bang for buck, you
can't beat this.
Nothing.
Because for this system right here, you can get in this system right here for under $500. And
you know what you're doing.
And you can do world-class video with one lens. So basically, this camera with a couple of batteries, because the NEXs are notorious for eating up those batteries. You go on Amazon and get your batteries. And based on what you have right here, you can shoot world-class video. Now, and one thing I noticed about this lens, and I'll show you, is the flare control. Now I'm pointing directly at the kitchen lights, and you see how well this lens handles the flare coming off those lights, right? Basically, there's like almost no flare. That's just shutter speed I'm changing. So, bang for the buck, for $500, you cannot beat this system right here. You can do everything from sports to macro photography. You can put it in a bag that's no bigger than a regular camera case.
And almost shoot in the dark.
And almost shoot in the dark.
With no light.
1.2.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
All right.
What you don't know.
What you don't know about your a5100 NEX mount.
5100, Sony a5100 NEX.
Exactly, and when you use the art filters on this thing, you get some real fantastic.
So after you started getting into these newer NEX models, you just sold that NEX 7, got rid of it.
I hate to say it, if you got an NEX 7 and you like it, keep it. I hated to get rid of mine. I bought mine. I had about $800 in it, and I sold it for $435. I bought this on a super deal, just the body only, for like $342. So after shipping and all extra charges, you're looking at $400 for the camera. If you're a savvy shopper, you can get this lens right here for $79. Now, and then you get the C-mount NEX adapter for less than $5, I think it is.
$10.
Yeah. So even at $10, even if you're paying $25, when you're done, all in all, you have less than $500 in this system. And this system, you can go out and shoot crazy night video that's razor sharp with the
that's
X.
Less than what you normally be paying for any 1.2 lens that's on the market.
That's less than you be paying for a lens. For a lens that does this,
there is no lens that does that.
Exactly. This lens is in a class by itself. Right. And before y'all get this video, I'm going to run out and buy about 5 more of these lenses.
I don't know about that.
Why?
He's going up tonight. Thank you, sir.
Oh, no, it's not. Wait a minute. Where's my paycheck? I feel like I've been abused.